is good? I'm DJ MOJOE, saving the city one party at a time. Welcome to another video here on my YouTube channel. Now in this video, I'll be covering a wedding that I've recently done at the Harlan J Norris Pavilion down at Rolling Hills Estates, California for Jasmine and Austin. I'll be covering some of the layout, the event flow, the gear, and just the overall perspective of a wedding from a DJ's point of view. Whether you are a wedding planner, an engaged couple, or maybe just another event professional who's planning to have a wedding here at the Harlan J Norris Pavilion, or just perhaps just looking for venues overall to host your big wedding or event celebration, this video is for you. I want to give you an insider's look, so to speak, the director's cut of reflecting on a wedding that I've done, and hopefully share with you some information that could be helpful for you as you plan your event. Now, for those people who don't know me, I am a DJ based out here in Southern California doing weddings and special events, and I love doing this. I really want to educate people in what we do as DJs. It's not we just show up and perform, but there's a lot of things that are involved leading up to the big day. So once again, I hope you find this video helpful. What I'll be doing is playing this video for you, and every now and then I'll pause the video to share with you some of my thoughts, add some extra commentary on what you're seeing. So with that, let's begin. This is a wedding for Jasmine and Austin back in December 11, 2021 at the Harlan J Norris Pavilion. Let's go. Here we are for Austin and Jasmine's wedding celebration here at the Harlan J Norris Pavilion. This is them right here. Today's December 11, 2021. So right here is the cocktail hour area. They had their wedding ceremony earlier at a church, and now guests are arriving here for the cocktail and reception. So since there are about 220 people, guests were able to hang outside and hang out inside. There is a bar and there's some food that's going to be served or just at the tables in the back, and people are just hanging around. And inside behind this wall is the big reception room, and it's so good to have things closed off for a little bit because we want to make sure that the bride and groom arrive early to check out the venue themselves before everyone comes in, so that way they could see and just really take in all those details and the effort that everyone has put into making the wedding reception look amazing. You're gonna see that in a bit, but this is the holding area where guests come in, refreshing with some drinks, catch up with some friends, and just be excited as they move in for the reception. I do want to take note that I do have a speaker out here in front to cover this area, and you're going to see that in a bit. This is going to be the cocktail hour inside and out with some music back there. Now, what you're about to see right here is the reception area. It is a huge room, high ceiling. So this venue has lights already, and I believe some speakers. I'm not too exactly sure, but in this case, I was the main guy to provide my own with the speakers and lighting. I'm not too exactly sure whether I could tap into their system or use their lights, but I think that's an extra fee for the couple. I'm not too exactly sure, but I'm so glad that I used mine, and you're about to see why. There we go. That's my setup right here, and I'll just pause this. I'll probably rewind this so that way you get the full effect. But right here, this is the sweetheart table. There's 220 people. Originally, according to the layout, it's supposed to be in the corner. It's not really a good idea to put the DJ in the corner because you don't have as much control in the room if you're back there. No one's really gonna see who's that guy making the announcements. Where's that human DJ element to it? However, if you're right next to the dance floor, you'll have more control of the crowd, and I'm so glad that they placed me here next to them, so that way the guests can see me and I can see the guests, and that way there's a DJ to audience connection, and I could really read the room. So that's been very crucial. This is a great dance floor size for 220 people, and for events where we do have these high ceilings, as you can see, I like to use what I call my party pillars, just to add a little bit more to the production element of things, and also just to add a more visual appeal for the reception. And on top of my party pillars, I have these white LED moving heads and also these small mini moving heads on my speaker poles. And what I'm using right here are my friends. Actually, I rented these speakers. These are the RCF Evox 12s. amazing speakers. I really recommend them. And since this is a big room, I also have 2 speakers in the back. Like I said earlier, I rented 2 RCF Evox 12 speakers for the dance floor, and then I have my own RCF Evox 8 on one corner of the room in the back, and the other RCF Evox 8 on the other corner in the back, just so that way it sounds full, it sounds well balanced, no one's struggling to hear the speeches, everyone can hear the music clearly. And what's great is that I use a digital mixer, so that way I have complete control of how these back speakers in the room sound in terms of the volume and all of that. So that way, if people want to in the back just want to chill, they can chill. But if I do have any special announcements, or maybe when there's some speeches, I have complete control and have them on, so that way everyone can hear them clearly without turning up the volume on the microphone and there's feedback. So it sounds really great and balanced, and that's why I have 4 speakers. So this is the setup right here. This is a great venue if you're hosting a large event. This is my setup right here. I'm using 4 speakers total, 2 RCF Evox 12s, and then 2 RCF Evox 8 speakers in the back using wireless sound. I'm using my party pillars, and I'm using my SoundSwitch DMX software to control the lights. So check this out, it is emitting white light, and it's really cool about these moving heads on top. They are going around this room, hitting these glassware, and it makes a really cool effect. So I have this setting when guests come in. All right, I'm gonna jump back just a little bit, and I wanna share with you something that's really cool, is this guy right here. If you're new to my videos, if this is your first time seeing something, this is my video DJ booth, and it's something that I offer to my clients, and it's something that I just roll up with, adds a more visual element and component to the wedding day. And in this particular wedding for Austin and Jasmine, I was able to create a slideshow just covering their years growing up as they get to know each other and build the relationship. And I displayed it on my screen right here. And this is great. So guests, as they're walking by, as they're dancing, they get to see this slideshow, and it adds a more personalized touch to things. The great thing about this, I can display anything, whether it's music videos. Yes, I do mix music videos, whether it's graphics, logos, monogram designs, I can display it on this TV, and it's so great just to have it there. And also this booth is amazing because everything is pre-wired, and it makes things look nice and clean, which I really love. And then my DJ MOJOE laptop screen right here, so people know who I am. Party pillars, speakers right there. But yeah, this is a nice, efficient setup. I love this. Clients love this. And whenever people see there's a TV right in front of the DJ booth, it just adds another awe factor to the event. So these lights, I did mention about how I'm controlling my lights. I use this software called SoundSwitch, which allows me to have complete control of my lights. I could change colors on will. I could strobe the lights on will. I can have different settings depending on the mood that we're trying to create. And in this case, I just had the lights moving around, so they're not just static in one spot. I like to have some kind of energy going around as guests arrive, just to build the energy in the room, not just through music, but visually as well. And it adds a more of a wow effect. And in the software, I could change the design that these moving heads display. Besides just a generic circle, there's different patterns and things that we could do up along the wall. But you can get very creative with things, and it's super nice to have control of your lights. Just to give an example, in case you do have a PowerPoint presentation or a video slideshow or anything projected on a screen, we want the room dark. It is really nice to have control of the lights, so that way we can have them off, but once that segment is over, we can bring them back on. And also just being able to change the color, or who knows, whether the mood changes into something more sensual, I can perhaps change the color to red or pink or whichever fits the mood. When I play Nelly's Hot in Her, I can change the color red, or Pitbull's Fireball, I can change the color to red. Or when the theme of the music is about being cold or icy, whichever, I can change it to blue. So it's always nice to have control, and I can go deep into this, but I'm here to create experiences, not just musically. Of course, we want good music, but we also have to appeal to the other senses, how people are experiencing things. The visual component is important. So that's why I have this, what you see right here. And it's really nice as the light goes around. It's not fixed in one spot, just staring at someone's eyes. No, it goes around the room. And then if you ever been to a concert or some kind of live production, live show, pay attention to the lighting, and you can see that it makes more of a professional feel and a well-produced event. Anyhow, just to kind of recap, I know I didn't cover it here. I want to share with you a little bit of how things went through the night. I mean, we didn't just dance right away. We had some formalities. Just to give an example, we had the grand entrance, introduced the parents of the bride, parents of the groom, and they all had their own songs. And then we had the introduction of the wedding party, and then we introduced the couple. Afterwards, Jasmine and Austin had their first dance, and then I invited everyone, all the married couples, over to the dance floor to join them for another slow song, and I did the anniversary dance. So which we invited all the married couples to join Jasmine and Austin, and then we slowly removed them from the dance floor, and based on the number of years that they've been married for. And the last few couples, I asked their names, I asked how long they've been married for, and then I also asked them the best marriage advice that they can give to Jasmine and Austin. So that was really nice. Afterwards, we had the prayer, and then we had dinner. The dinner was really good, really delicious, and I believe the catering company was called Critics' Choice Catering. Shout out to them, delicious food. I also had to make an announcement for the photo booth, which just happened in the other room. Ideally, it's nice to have the photo booth within the same room as everyone else, so that way people don't have to travel far to take some pictures. It's all contained in the same room, and people can take their pictures and easily hop back into the dance floor. But the photo booth was off to the side. I announced that it was open, and then we had some speeches. And after the speeches, just to get people engaged again, as you can imagine, 220 people, they just had dinner. Instead of just having them at their seats, going to witness the next formalities that we're about to have, we invited everyone around the dance floor for the parent dances. So we had the mother-son and father-daughter dance, and the father-daughter dance, it was a surprise. It started something slow and sweet, and then it became fun and became a choreographed thing. So that's a great thing. If you're planning to transition into something fun, right afterwards we get people involved in dancing. It's really nice to have your guests already around the dance floor, so that way when that moment comes, they can easily just get on the dance floor and dance because they're already there, right? So that's what we did, and we kicked off the night with something really fun. And what you're about to see are some fun dance clips, and I played a mixture of everything, really. Some throwbacks, some 90s, some pop, a little bit of EDM, some Spanish music, just great music overall, and they had a blast. So you're about to see that, and then we just opened up the dance floor, and we went until about 10 p.m. We had that, and in between we also had the cake cutting, also the bouquet toss, and we just really danced the night away. So here's some clips of the dancing portion for Jasmine and Austin's wedding.
Square, and it makes a really cool effect. So I have this setting when guests come in.
And that is a wrap. I know this was a quick video, but I hope this video has been helpful. Just sharing with you some thoughts about this wedding. Shout out to all the amazing vendors who helped make this wedding possible. Of course, it is a team effort with the wedding planner, the catering, the photographer, the videographer, and everyone else involved. It's been such a pleasure being there, DJ, Jasmine, Austin. If you're watching this video, congratulations once again. If you have any questions about this wedding or anything when it comes down to DJ entertainment or anything else, I hope that I can answer your questions. Feel free to drop them in the comments down below. Feel free to personally DM me on Instagram, follow me on social media, in which we can stay connected there. Overall, this has been such a fun wedding. I heard some great compliments from everyone, and they definitely partied up. So congratulations once again to Jasmine and Austin. If you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up, and if you weren't interested in watching more of my videos or anything else that you would like to see as well, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more. Also, if you're interested in any bookings, feel free to check out my website, www.djmojoe.com. And if you are a DJ out there who wants to grow in the business and level up as a performer, I can help you out with that. I do one-on-one coaching. There is a link down in the description below, or you can also visit www.djmojoe.com/coaching. Appreciate your time in watching this. Thank you so much. Once again, I'm DJ Mojo, saving the city one party at a time. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in another one of my videos. Take care and have a great day.